Hey, great morning. It is Tuesday, March 16th. So let's get into it today. The topic of the morning is discernment. Discernment and San's definition. So sometimes, you just can't put your finger on it. You can't pigeonhole something without definition. You don't know how you know it, but you have this discernment that something is maybe good or maybe something is not quite up to par, not quite fitting. You just get that feeling of either ease or a bit of discomfort when it comes to discernment. Okay, and again, San's definition, sometimes you just can't pigeonhole it. You just can't, it's not something that comes with absolute clarity where you could say this is this or that or whatever, okay? But somehow you just have this feeling, this energetic shift of either this is something good, okay, or it's something that's uncomfortable, that's not, it's not fitting, it's not. So it's about just listening to your feelings, to how your energy shifts when you come into places or you're meeting somebody or something is taking place. Being aware of those energy shifts that are happening. Okay, so again, it's not always that you can define something, that you can put it in a box and you can say it's this or that. Sometimes things just come out and there's just, you don't know how but in the discernment that there is something maybe off or there's something, So it's about just listening to that, coming into more alignment with your energy and other people's energy. One thing I found that was so interesting a long time ago, when, was just traveling across the U.S. and every little town you would come to would have a different energetic signal. You would have a different feeling for each of them that you go through. And within a town, you can have a different energy signal for that particular neighborhood. Okay? So again, just paying attention to those energy feelings, energy shifts, how it's making you feel. And this happens again with people too. You come into their auric field or into and you can feel different shifts. Now, if you're an empath, you can pick up their feelings or sometimes their thoughts or you might not get the specific thought, but you can get the feeling of the thought, okay? So again, if you are an empath and things are just starting to open for you in an empathic way, and maybe you'll get close to somebody and all of a sudden you start feeling, and you were really happy, and all of a sudden you start feeling down and you start feeling, if you back away, you'll find out that your natural feelings come back, but the closer you get into somebody that you have an empathic thing with, and you feel that shift and that you're picking up their things. So sometimes in the beginning, if you are opening up empathically, you might have a bit of confusion as to what belongs to you and what belongs to another. Okay? So if you're having a shift that's all of a sudden you go from one thing and it's boom like that into something else, then maybe back away a little bit and see if it is yours or if it belongs to somebody else. Okay? Because when you start getting into, again, that empathic thing, it might take a while for you to figure out which goes to which, you know. And I've seen this happen with people quite often, where they are picking up somebody else's stuff, and they are in a bit of confusion because they're not knowing what is theirs and what belongs to somebody else. So just be aware of that. If you are starting to open up on an empathic level, if you are going along and you all of a sudden there's a big shift, then again, stop and look and notice how you were feeling just a few seconds ago, and then maybe just back up a little bit out of that energy, wherever it is you're at, maybe back out of that a little bit, and then just watch and look and see, is this mine or is this belonging to somebody else? Okay? And learn how to let it go and not let somebody else's emotions or whatever it is you're picking up on them railroad your own feelings, railroad your own identifications and your own where you're at. Okay? So just become aware of those things, you know, your discernment. And again, sometimes something is going to wash over you, and you can't really pigeonhole it, but just become aware of it and start to become a little more observant as to what you are picking up. Okay? So much love and light. If you've enjoyed this, please give a thumbs up. Hopefully it's helped somebody today to navigate their own journey. And thank you for spending time with me. I do so appreciate it, and we will see you online.